picture of me. Get your iPhone out and take a picture of me. Listen, I'm one of the best. Point blank, period.
What's up?
What's
Happy
good?
holidays.
Hey, happy
Seasons.
Happy Merry Christmas,
Merry
man.
Christmas.
For
Yeah,
real.
yeah. All that good happy Hanukkah. and all
I think
that
my
good
grandma
stuff.
made it. It ain't too tight.
Yeah, but life is Sundays. This is the Christmas episode, people. So we talking about something Christmassy. In the holiday spirit. You know
I
what
feel
I'm talking about?
Nah, I'm Muslim, dude.
I don't care what you are. Muslim, Christian, Catholic. We talking about something very interesting today.
What's that, Chuck?
Talking about a white Christmas and black children. Yeah.
Like white snow or like
a
white.
Christmas.
I'm dreaming of, ain't know what they say I'm dreaming of a white Christmas?
Yeah.
No, just like the ones I used to know.
Right. So,
Okay, let's go.
you got a white Santa, white Jesus, black children. You hear what I said now, Maya? And we all grew up in society. We all grew up in this culture to where they sold us on the, Santa. He knows when you've been sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
Sound like rape to me.
He knows it. It sounds like God to me.
Yeah, I'm about to say the same thing.
It sounds like God to me.
You know when you're sleeping?
I mean, it's a supreme being. Big fat white man, live in the North Pole. What the fuck is the North Pole? Excuse my language. What the hell is the North Pole?
South Pole.
Ain't nobody been. Nobody you know been. So the North Pole is basically like an untouchable place where we don't even know exists. It's like heaven to me if you really think about it.
And it's up north.
He got workers, angels, elves.
Not elves.
Elves, but it's like compared to angels.
He got. I was gonna say.
So you're creating this supreme being, right? Big fat white man. That's almost like God. And it's about Jesus, right? Or Yahshua, hero, whatever you want to call him. But it's about Jesus, right? But even when you look at the pictures of Jesus, what is he?
Caucasian.
He's a white man. So my thing is creating an image of a supreme white being manipulating a child's psyche if he's a black kid or black girl or young black boy.
Yo, how you think about this, man? Dog.
I
just want the
Yeah.
presents, like the love and all this.
Time with the
Right.
So what you think about it? You grew up believing in Santa, Ma? Let's talk about it. You grew up believing in Santa, yes or no?
Yeah.
And was Santa white?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
he was,
But you had a father in your life.
Yeah.
Work hard.
Sure
Work
did.
hard for the money.
Sure did.
Didn't
Mm-hmm.
Bought
His
the
job
gifts.
and his side job.
Make
My
sure-
mama did too.
he? Make sure you had what you wanted for Christmas, right?
Sure did.
But Santa took the credit.
Right.
Yeah.
Until you got
Sure
old,
did. Why you
until
say
you got
that?
old
Sure
enough to
did.
believe that it wasn't a Santa. So at that point in time, I don't know how old you were, but before that, was your brain conditioned to believe that this big fat white man in the North Pole, he was like the man, wasn't he?
Yeah, but also your parents teach you that though. So I mean, or they just follow in society, I guess.
Yeah,
So
Nah, school taught you that.
But your parents
School,
weren't
not
there.
school,
Parents were with it, though, that's what it is.
Oh,
Because before you
Santa.
come into kindergarten, you already know who Santa Claus is
Right.
before you even start school. The
Right.
school just keeps it
So
going.
it's your parents, and then at a certain age, then you find out, it's your mom and your dad. But if you think about it, he knows when you're sleeping. Your parents know when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. Your parents know when you're awake. So
Definitely
he
know
knows
when
when
you're
you're
bad
bad or good. Your mama and daddy know that. So
So why was old Saint Nick taking the credit?
Right.
Why was we so brainwashed? Even the parents was brainwashed to believe that we should give credit to this mysterious fat white man.
Not in
Well,
my house.
I mean, but
Not
that's
in
the same
my
thing
house.
like the tooth fairy. I mean,
Well, let me-
I feel like it's just an innocence about it.
Let me tell you what I do, because I do allow my child to believe in Santa.
Mhm.
I don't give Santa all the credit,
Okay.
and there's a couple of reasons for that. One thing that I would hate is for my son to get something really huge, and it's say from Santa, and he go to school, and he may go to school with someone who is a lot less fortunate than we are, and they may have just gotten socks from Santa, and I don't want my child to go to school like, oh, Santa bought me an Xbox, and the other child's like, well, what did I do wrong that Santa bought him an Xbox and Santa bought me some socks? So I split the credit. Everything is from Santa and mommy, or it's just from mommy. The big stuff is from mommy. If it's, Xbox or Nerf car, whatever, big stuff is always from mommy. Santa give you stuff like, you know, the little cute stuff.
Yeah.
Candy canes and, you know, little socks and whatever the case may be. But like she said, it's all about an innocence. It's not that I don't care what color my child thinks Santa is at this point. He's almost at the point where he's going to stop believing in Santa anyway. Mm-hmm. But I want my child to experience childhood. The world is an ugly place. It's not a beautiful reality. So as long as my child has the ability to have some type of imagination and, you know, just something to make the holidays a little brighter, I'm going to let him have that. Because by the time, I mean, this is my thing though.
Enough on the inside.
My thing is this though, like, he has enough time to be an adult and to deal with reality and to deal with the evilness and the ugliness of the world. So while I can allow him to maintain some type of hope that there are something, you know, there's something good.
Right. That's what's wrong with black people. They always trying to sell hope. You know, they don't want to sell reality. No disrespect to you. But see me, I'm not splitting the credit with nobody. Because I go to work, I got to bust my behind. I got to go to work and deal with things I don't want to deal with.
Ain't got no job.
She got a job. Ain't been working for 2 weeks and he want to go in on you. Hey, but no, for real, if I'm going to work and I'm dealing with stuff and I'm dealing with a lot, I'm going to take all the credit for it. Now, I'm still going to allow my children to have their innocence because the innocence and the hope and the feeling of the, you know, the holiday spirit comes with knowing that you're going to be with your family and you're going to wake up in the morning and we're still going to celebrate or, you know, give thanks to the Lord and open up these gifts. You just going to know that I paid for these gifts. And you can still make a list. You can still tell me what it is you want and I'm still going to try to deliver. But I'm going to be realistic for you because when I was a kid, they played the whole Christmas thing with us for a little bit as well. So if I'm asking him Santa Claus, I didn't ask for all good shit. And then Christmas came and I ain't got none of that because my parents couldn't afford it. So now you messing with, like, it still messes with my hope because I'm like, well, dang, Santa ain't bring me none of, like you said, none of the stuff I asked for. So instead I just say, hey, you know, you can pick 3 things, but I need you to realize that we're not celebrating this day because of you. We're going to do it because it's fun. And, you know, I'm going to let you have your innocence of the world. But these are 3 things you can pick. You might get them, you might not, based on how you acting and what your grades look like. But I'm not giving no credit to no white man for what I've been having to go out here in these streets to do. Or what your daddy been having to go out in these streets and do. He not coming through no chimney because we don't have one. And he don't know when you sleeping because he don't exist. None of that. That's not happening.
Yeah, that's the thing about it, Jack. So, you know, we already have a supreme being. You're teaching your children that Santa is this all mysterious, high-powered being until they're old enough to know better, right? Yeah. But then by that time, you're already caught up in white Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you picture Yahshua, or Hero, like I said, we'll call him all his names.
Hey,
Jesus. Jesus, whatever you want to call him. What do you see? What do you picture?
I see a white Jesus. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm like, I don't see like my grandfather used to be like, yo, I don't believe in the white Jesus. They suffer on the cross to die for me. Like, that's like how it was. I don't believe in no white Santa Claus. I don't believe in no Santa Claus. I don't believe in no Santa Claus.
I would hope not. You're a little too old for that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I was younger, my parents wouldn't let me like. But I don't remember my daddy actually saying like Santa Claus this, Santa Claus that. My mother, like, there's no way Santa Claus coming to the hood to go. If you hear step on an apartment stairs, you hear the squeak on the steps. So Santa Claus not coming here. You know what I'm saying? You already know, like, it's Christmas that passed. You know what I'm saying? That you like Christmas passed. That like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't getting nothing for real. Like right. You let people come to your house and they give you gifts because you ain't never had, because you ain't had no gift, brother. That came. You know what I'm saying? I know because that happened to me. Like, people came to my house and they gave me gifts, but I seen it with my own. I seen preachers come to the house and give me gifts. My mom, she probably gave me probably gave me a gift, but that gift was like, what gift is this? But it was my mother gift, so I loved it, bro. You know what I'm saying, at the time. And like, they say white Jesus, bro. They base a whole holiday around it, but then they say white Jesus. I'm a black kid. Why I'm looking up to a white man and every white man doing me wrong in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But that's my thing. It's like, you know, being conditioned as a child. Okay, first you got Santa Claus, and I'm not speaking to anybody else. I'm speaking to the minorities. You know, whether you're Hispanic or you're a black child, being conditioned to believe that Santa, when I was young, Santa was like God. Now when we get a little bit older to, you know, dive into religion or decide if I'm an atheist or not, whatever the case may be, but still there's a white supreme Jesus that's being put out there to us. how does it, not affect a person's psyche? It's like we're being trained to believe that the white race is the superior race.
Right.
It definitely does, but I feel like this too. I think that this generation, I ain't even gonna say is more woke. We read more, we research more.
What generation?
No.
My dad, they wouldn't even know what an encyclopedia was if I showed it to them.
Right.
I know what it is. This ain't using
I'm not saying them. What I'm saying is, when we want to know something, we ask questions. We research. If you read the Bible that the white man gave you, it describes Jesus, and there's no way he could be a white man.
No way.
It's no way. Even in the description of Jesus, there's no way.
Right.
And he comes from
Jerusalem.
which is where?
Middle East.
What white man you seen?
It's only
But you
brown
think
people
about
there
it,
though.
and
There's only brown people in Jerusalem at the time.
Do you think because like how is Jesus pictured to Mexicans or somebody from the Philippines? Is he their color?
Well, you got to think, a lot of Hispanics or even Asians, they don't even dig into the Christianity. They're Catholics.
Catholics, yeah.
And they pray to, who was it? Mary.
Yeah.
They don't even make it about Jesus. They make it about Mary. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. We're taught how to believe.
Mm-hmm.
We're taught what to worship. We're taught what our maker or our creator or our supreme being or spirit looks like.
So let me ask you this: when you teach a kid, you do the Santa Claus thing. Do you teach him the white Santa or the black Santa?
Well, first and foremost, I don't teach him Santa. I have never went to my child like, oh, there's a Santa Claus.
Okay.
So how you find out about him?
He goes to school.
But before
Okay, so when you keep the dream alive for him though, like is he dreaming of a white Santa?
I don't even
white Santa.
get into all of that.
But
I mean, to be honest.
The picture is just basically, big dude, but there are black Santas at, malls to take pictures with.
Where?
Who's the one on TV?
It is.
Who's the one on TV?
I
Yeah.
don't
You
know where,
said
but
TV
there
though.
are.
Forget
though.
the mall. Forget the mall,
You
bro.
can't even go
Who's
to
the
a
one
mall
on
in
TV? Because
America.
you never seen no black Santa Claus on TV,
You
bro.
can't even see a black Santa Claus
if you
on
see a
the
black
mall.
In
Santa
the
Claus,
hood
yeah.
malls is the black
Yo,
Santa.
I swear
White
to God.
Santa.
I mean a white Santa, yeah.
Yo, if I believe in Santa Claus at a young age and I see a black Santa, I'm like, you're not the real Santa. What a white one?
Bring
You know
me
what I'm saying?
bring me
I
to
want
that
that one.
Bring me to
Huh?
something else. Listen,
For real, like I ain't never seen no black
bring me to
Santa on
something
TV.
else. So while we say that, bringing up this Santas in malls and where you see them at, isn't it something disturbing? I know I saw pictures as a child, as a youth, a lad, and I'm looking at my parents like, why the hell am I taking a picture?
Why you forcing them and they crying?
Why am I sitting on this Santa lap
For real.
trying to get you a picture?
You tell us not to sit on nobody's lap, but it's okay.
It's okay to sit on. I don't know Santa from nowhere.
I never took
Is it something disturbing? Is it not something disturbing about sitting on an old stranger's lap,
Yep.
portraying to be Santa? Isn't that something a little bit sick about that?
I will say my child does not take pictures
Taking
with
no
Santa.
Santa.
I
Don't
remember-
take no Santa
I remember
pictures.
taking
Is that
pictures
not
with
disturbing
No.
when you think about it?
I remember
When
taking
I
pictures
take
with Santa.
Christmas pictures
It's
with my
funny.
child, we tree. You got a tree,
Yeah.
and you might got some fake gifts.
Right.
We're not going to take no pictures with Santa. Number one, your mom is a photographer. I'm not going to pay to take pictures with
Right.
nobody's Santa.
Not get it.
Okay?
But is it disturbing?
Not happening.
Is it disturbing to you, man?
Up front, like I don't think of it that way, but when you say it like that, then yeah, it sounds disturbing. But me,
A million
I'm a little
kids.
ignorant. I mean, I'm
And that's
a little ignorant.
and it's docile. That's what they want us to be.
Yep.
Ignorant. That's what they thrive off of. That's how they benefit. That's how they keep us where we at. By making sure that you're ignorant. You don't even think about the bigger picture.
Yeah.
All you're doing is what they tell you to do. Oh, it's Christmas. Let's go shopping. Let's get gifts. Let's do this. Santa Claus. White Christmas. You're not even thinking about anything. All you're doing is what they tell you to do.
Yeah, ignorance is on.
That's why I'm bringing up these conversations.
Yes, bro.
To spark the flame, the fire, and the people like, why are we doing this? Just because we've been taught to do it? Is it really right? And then you wonder why pedophiles exist. Santa could be a fucking pedophile as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
My children don't believe in Santa. I'm Santa. Their deceased grandfather is Santa Claus. Not no fictitious, big fat white dude that's a stranger. That could be a fucking pedophile. Excuse my language. Happy holidays, fa la 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 la. Ho, ho, ho. But I'm gonna give it to you 100. Straight, no chasing.
Not the ho-ho.
You understand what I'm saying? So when you think about it, yeah, man, how that make you feel? We've been taught to
I
believe
gotta
all
do
this.
that though, for real, bro. Like,
That's my job.
I be like, I like sitting in ignorant bliss. Like for real.
But that's exactly what they want you to say. But what do you do when like at what age do you say, okay, there's no Santa Claus, and then you say it's about hope? So what do you do at that point where like you done made him lose his hope?
I just feel like,
damn, I've been hoping.
I think like once you get out the Santa stage, is more you should be focused on the religion part. Like, okay, Jesus.
You should
Jesus'
be focused on that from the
birthday
jump,
was
though.
not in
It
December,
wasn't in
though.
December.
But you know
so
what?
how do we even make Christmas?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
You said
Okay, I feel like Christmas is really, forgive me, Lord, it's not about Jesus. It's not about Santa. It's about being able to spend time with your family, have a good time, eat good, let each other know, like, you know,
holidays.
we can't, like, it's just that. Jesus was not born in December.
Yeah, because
If
it
you
says
read
harvest,
about-
bro.
Right.
It said harvest.
Jesus was not born in December. So how do you even turn to make Christmas about Jesus? And I was raised in church my entire life. And I still know for a fact Jesus was not born in December.
I mean, but you gotta think back then, were they even calculating the months how we were calculating?
No.
Was there a January? Was there a February? Was there a March? Was there a
So
April?
it's
Were
dedicated
there
to
30
Jesus.
days?
But
in
they,
it?
I mean, they still
It was
do-
sunrise and sunset.
I
And
think-
they also still knew seasons, though. You know,
Right.
it's not snowing and it's not cold, so he wasn't born in December. Like, you know, that's not when he
Yeah.
was born.
Yo, but who taught us
He
why
was
Jesus?
on a whole
though?
different side of the world.
Who taught us why
Right,
Jesus?
but
though?
They still have,
would
they
not
still have
have
seasons
been.
as well.
It would not have been December.
Right. Don't even know. What season do they got over there? You been over there to find out? Right, you don't know what season. But my point is, when it comes to this image that we tend to get caught up in, you know what I mean? These holidays that we tend to get caught up in, it's thinking like, yo, what are we doing them for? You know, what does it matter? We're Americans at the end of the day. Black Americans, but we're Americans, right?
Yeah.
But we get taught a culture.
Yeah.
We get taught a way of living. I don't think they're even celebrating Christmas in parts of Africa. Or in China, Japan. You can go down the list. Dominican Republic. Certain parts that have true culture and true religion, a true ethnic background that hasn't been forced upon them, are not celebrating the same holidays that we celebrate.
Well, see,
They celebrate Hanukkah and the Jewish culture, right?
But look what we celebrate. We also celebrate Columbus
And,
Day.
and African culture.
We also
Kwanzaa.
celebrate Columbus
Kwanzaa
Day.
African.
Yeah.
Hanukkah
we?
Jewish.
We all,
I don't celebrate it.
people celebrate Columbus Day. You get days out. Some people get days out of school for that.
We
You celebrate Thanksgiving, but y'all celebrate Thanksgiving. Y'all celebrate Thanksgiving though, right? Y'all celebrate Thanksgiving.
Listen, that's what it's all about,
Yeah.
though. I think that these holiday season is based off of building the economy back up. It's like, oh, let's manipulate these ignorant, bliss people to get out there, build the economy back up. You got Halloween, you got Thanksgiving, you got Christmas. Then after that, we're gonna hit up with New Year's. We're gonna have New Year's party. They're gonna spend money on that. Then we're gonna have Valentine's Day. It's all a scheme to make us spend our money and to build the economy back up and to build other people's empires back up, and we fall right into it.
But that's only what they taught us. Are we really naive for that though? Because that's what they taught us. But that's what we've been taught all our lives though. We've been taught there's a white Jesus. We've been taught there's a white Santa Claus. We've been taught Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. But he's also a murderer, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just as much as Adolf Hitler. You know what I'm saying? These are people that, like, as a kid, you think are innocent, bro. Like, you think Christopher Columbus is innocent. The only thing you know is that he discovered a new world. The only thing you know about Santa Claus, he dropping off gifts in your
And not even innocent, Jag, but superior.
Right.
That's my point.
Exactly.
You're teaching and you're brainwashing your child, black child, brown child, to believe that the white race is superior, and we all equals out this mug. Ain't no white
feel
person.
equal?
Ain't no white. I don't feel inadequate or unequal to anybody, whether I'm black or whatever the case may be. Whatever you want to call me, I'm the son of God.
Right.
You know what I mean? I am the son of God. He made me in His image.
You better speak
You
up.
understand what I'm saying? So I don't give a damn if you're a white man, whatever man. You're no more powerful or superior to me, because when we die, we all got to get judged. We all got to be.
Right.
And not directly that He gave His only begotten Son. I'm not saying I'm Him. I'm just saying I am a child of God. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't have to look at any other race or culture as superior to me. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like is a disconnect. I feel like we're brainwashing our kids to believe that there's a superior race. Images and symbols are used very strategically to train your subconscious.
Yep.
And I won't get too deep into it, but you have to be careful of what you're programming the youth with. You got to be careful what you're programming yourself with. They say you should protect your eyes and your ears, right? Right? Because, you can let a lot of, evil in. And I'm not saying that celebrating Christmas is evil. I'm not saying that we shouldn't, get into the holidays. like Dot said, it's a time to be with family. It's a time to share love. You know, be with the people that you love. But be careful of what we teaching our youth. You know, let's start thinking about what we programming them to believe, because they're warriors, they're kings, they're queens. You know what I mean? They're not servants.
Right.
They're not slaves. They're not just consumers. You understand what I'm saying? You get it, Ma?
Yeah.
Makes sense to you, Jack?
Yeah.
I don't think of it. I mean, y'all say, okay, it's a white Jesus, but I'm not one big on, you know, color. It is what it is. Like, I don't look at it as, you know, the white is the supreme. I just think we all are, I think, same thing you said, I think we're all equal. But I just don't look at it as, okay, they put him as white, so he, like, the white is the supreme race. I mean, I guess, yeah, because...
But it gets into your subconscious, though. Like, it starts to brainwash you without even realizing you're being brainwashed, though.
That's
like,
the only person we know.
Yeah.
There'll be a reason.
That's why, you know, like, if we're all equal, then why don't they equally put black Santas in the mall? Or why you don't see black Jesus being printed out? Or even what they say he looks like in the Bible. It's just, it's blonde and blue eyes and...
But then you see the they have like a sketch of him, like the idea, basically from, you know, what he's describing as in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
They had the picture of him with just like the afro and you know, with the darker skin. Now, like I do think about that too. Now today, when they put that picture out, I think of him as that.
Right, because it gave you something else to think about.
Right.
And they put the picture out.
Man,
So.
you an adult now. When I'm talking about as a youth, you ask these kids, what color? You show them kids, you can take a test, a survey.
They're going to say
Put
white.
a black Santa, a white Santa.
But you can also.
They're going to say, that's not
Which
the,
one?
they're
Point to
going
Santa.
to point to the black one and be like, that's not the real Santa. That's just the one that be in the malls.
No, not even the one that be in the malls.
What I'm saying is, I've heard kids say that. They say white Santa. Like, they think the white Santas are the real Santas, and that the black Santas are just the ones that come help Santa in the malls, because the real Santas can't be here.
You can point to two Jesuses. As a youth, black Jesus, white Jesus. As a youth, you could take 10 and under. Which one is Jesus? Can you point to me, Jesus? They're going to point to the white Jesus.
You can't just put it on them. You need to go talk to the parents and tell them. You need to teach them, okay, this is, you know, the idea of Jesus, or, you know, like the black picture or the white picture. And the parents need to teach them about that. Can't just put it on, you know, society.
I think
the parents are supposed to filter what the child sees anyway.
Right.
And that's their responsibility.
The Last Supper,
that.
even the Last Supper was painted like, it was based off, what was the guy who made it? Like Leonardo da Vinci? Leonardo? So like, he said that Jesus was like his uncle or something like that. Or like somebody who, you know, like his relative. So the person that we see, it's not even like real Jesus. It's somebody who he said, okay, boom, this is somebody who I thought of. He thought about it. You know what I'm saying? And now we look.
It's their interpretation.
And that same person who we see, right? We say, oh, that's Jesus, right? And in reality, that's his family member, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's the person that's the picture that we end up putting out there. But that's the picture, that only picture that we know.
My thing is, blacks been for a long time in the quest and the search to be considered equal. Well, it has to start in the mind. It has to start in the home. You can't subliminally train yourself to be inadequate or less than, but then later on in life expected to be treated equal. Well, we done condition y'all to believe that you're not.
Right.
Why should we treat you as equals now? It has to start from the jump, not painting pictures of a superior being or race. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, how do we make America great again? Let's start thinking of each other as equals.
From the get-go.
Can't do that.
Say no more.
Say no more.
Say no more.
Say no more. Happy holidays from the Say No More crew.
Whether you agree or disagree, let us know in the comments.
Subscribe on YouTube and iTunes. Say No More Podcast.
Subscribe, guys.
You could take a picture of me. Get your iPhone out and take a picture of me. Listen, I'm one of the best. Point blank, period. Might think of playing, but I'm really dead serious.